Hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome to my newest Let's Play. Welcome to Mega Man. Yeah, I'm also playing Mega Man. It's a series that is known for being notoriously hard and is therefore considered just for hardcore gamers, especially when it comes to platforming. The first game was released by Capcom in 1987 on the NES. It released on multiple platforms nowadays, including PlayStation and even on the PC, and it's also on mobile devices nowadays, I believe. I'll just be focusing on the NES version for now, just like any of the other Mega Mans I will be playing. It is a series I do not own entirely. I have most of the mainstream games. I do still like to finish off my backlog of Mega Man games, but for now I'll just be focusing on starting with the very first game that started this world-famous franchise, introducing us to Mega Man and its hard gaming. Although I think in this first game it's not as bad, but it becomes notorious. Definitely true. Everybody who says you're not a true gamer until you can beat a Mega Man game. Hey, I haven't played Mega Man games on my channel yet, so let's remedy that. Alright, story time. Because, old game, they failed to tell you the story themselves. Eventually they will, but these first few Mega Man games, yeah, you're going to have to work with me for that. Alright, where are we? The game takes place in the year 2000X. Nice touch, by the way. If you're making a game that takes place in the future, call the year 2000X so you won't get any Back of the Future 2 syndrome like it happened there 2015 and 2015 actually happened, so now we can say, hey, everything you said that was going to happen did not happen. Safe way out. Call it 2000X. But I'm losing track of the story here. Alright, we are in the year 2000X. It is a year where robots have become pretty much a normal thing in society, all under the construction of the world-leading robot scientist Dr. Light, who has been building robots for society to make life easier. Think about things like construction work and generating power and such things, and demolition work. He built all these kinds of robots who can help humanity with stuff like that, so the normal humanity can stay in its luxury life. All is good and well. However, where there is good, there is also evil. Dr. Light has a competitor in the field by the name of Dr. Wily. And Wily, he is an evil scientist. He has been using evil strategies to corrupt the robots, take them over, and use them for his evil means. Therefore, the world is now in danger of destruction. But all is not lost. There is still one more hope, and that comes in the name of Mega Man. Dr. Light has one more robot left, the one who has been working as his personal assistant, Mega Man. In fact, the very first robot he ever built. More on that later, because that's not entirely true, but let's keep it at that simple thing for now, since this is just the first game. Everything else about that story is for later Mega Man games. Let's just keep it at that Mega Man is Dr. Light's first and most trustworthy robot, who still hasn't fallen under the control of Dr. Wily. So he will be sent to take care of business. Take care of those robots that Wily corrupted and stop Wily himself before the world is destroyed. Mega Man is known for one unique thing that it introduced in its platforming, and that is taking over enemies' weapons, because we are going after some robot masters, and every single time we find one and defeat one, we get the ability to take over their weapon, making us more powerful and giving us more things to do. And it will also be used to make other enemies easier. But let's just get started, because this is what we are doing. And now I think it's time to see that actually in action. Let's get started. Press start. Finally. Alright, everybody who is known with Mega Man games knows this kind of screen. The stage selection screen where we can find all of the 6 robot masters for this game. We have Cutman, Gutsman, Iceman, Bombman, Fireman and Elec-Man. You can do them in any order, as you can see. There's no stage 1, stage 2. However, it is recommended to do it in such an order, because like I said, the weapons of any of the robot masters are powerful against another. So what I'm going to do is start with the easiest one, in my opinion, which is Bombman. And then use his power to take on the next one, who is weak to his weapon. And then take that weapons to the one who's weak to that, etc, etc. And with my experience in this game, I find out this is the easiest stage to start. Alright, we are in controls, we can jump, we can go right, we can go left. And we have the Buster. Buster Beam is the basic attack move by Mega Man. It's the only weapon we have for now, since we haven't defeated any of the robot masters yet. So this is what we'll be using for this stage. And ow, by the way. These guys have hops. Ooh! That is a 1-up. These are sacred in this game, because this game is hard. Press start for the weapon selection screen, and you can also see your life there. On the bottom left you see our life meter. I've already gotten hit, so I lost one of my bars. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. These things don't like me, I think. I'm pretty sure you can hit them to... Ow. I can't really hit them. Well, I'm just gonna ignore you then. And avoid your stuff. Yeah, let's dodge you. Yeah, I think you can already see how this game is... Come on. Can be considered difficult. I will try not to fail as much. I will not promise too much. This is actually weapon energy. We don't have any alternative weapons now, so it does not do anything for now. But keep that in mind. That little thing I just picked up. Oh, and that is health, by the way. The big yellow things. Ow! Stupid wall turrets. Yeah, if you get hit while climbing, you fall off the ladder and... Ow. I'm getting killed already. It's the first stage. I want it. I want it. Take a hit. Don't care. I can heal. I know I can do this without getting hit. Yeah, you can also just shoot at the wall turrets, but this is more fun. Let's celebrate. Yeah, I might be jumping in place every now and then. That's my way of celebrating. Oh, hello, Joe. Yeah, he's kind of a Sniper Joe, I think his official name is. Oh, and the small little balls enemies sometimes drop her just for points. Those are not too interesting. Yeah, like I said, the wall turrets, you can shoot them, as you can see. Didn't want to do it back then, because it's way more fun to not do it. Right, Bullet Bill rip-offs are going to start coming in from the right side of the screen for now. Yeah, sometimes the screen may become a little bit laggy. It's because it's an old NES game. The NES can't always handle all the sprites the game generates, so it might slow down a little bit. Can't really help that. That's an NES thing. Although I don't really mind it being there. That's the reason why I prefer this over the PC or PlayStation version of this game. Because the slowing down of the screen makes it a little bit easier sometimes. Because you can see things coming from a little bit further ahead, if you know what I mean. The slowing down is not always a bad thing. Ow. It's not fair that they spawn on the right side of the screen while I'm on the right side as well. Watch out for spikes, by the way. Any spikes in a Mega Man game, everybody who played Mega Man knows this, is always insta-kill. These things are annoying. Especially since they keep respawning. Even killing them does not really help too much. Just ignore them. Just make sure you get past them quickly. Their pattern is quite easy. Every 45 degrees they shoot something, so... If you're not there... Ooh, I want 1-up. Go away, Joe. Jump, please. Jump? Come on. I can't hit you like that. Come on. There we go. Damn you, Joe. Dead end. Alright, let's continue on. What do we have over here? Another Joe. Come on, game. Is he going to be annoying as well? Looks like it. Come on. Don't shield, let me hit you. Don't be so unfair, I don't even have a shield. Come on, I'm almost dead already. And I still have to do a boss. Bomb Man himself. I didn't want to climb back up. Just wanted to hold on to the ladder. Don't fall down too quickly here, because these things are here to hurt you, and they probably will if you fall down here instead of climbing down. Right. Last part I can do falling. Can I? Ow! That's not fair. Well, at least I have my invincibility frames now. Alright, and this is the boss room. Our first robot master, Bomb Man. Also, one of the reasons I'm doing him first, his attack pattern is really easy. As you can see, he throws bombs in an arch, and they always try to go for your distance, so as long as you keep moving, you will always throw the bomb in a place where you are not standing, and it's pretty easy to just hit him from where you are standing. Easiest boss in the game. I'm not doing him for the first for nothing. And we got our first weapon, which is the Hyper Bomb. An alternative weapon we can now use. However, there's one but. Any of the alternative weapons we use actually use the weapon energy I explained a minute ago. And of course you can always go back into those stages. It's not like if you've completed one you can never go in anymore. The background is black so you can see it is cleared. But you can still go in. So if there's something you want, or want to grind for 1-ups because you think there's easy 1-ups here, go right ahead. There's nothing stopping you. Alright, and with the Hyper Bomb we can now take on the next boss, which is Gutsman, because Gutsman is weak to the Hyper Bomb. And I'm not going to make these bosses hard for myself. There's no need. I'm just gonna use his weakness against him to make him as easy as possible. Alright, Metals. Basic ground enemies from the Mega Man games. Call them the Goombas. Right, let me quickly show off the bomb before I forget. Mega Man changes color, and now you can see we have a little green bar beside our life, which indicates the weapon energy. How many times we can use it. This is how it works. It's not really a recommended item to use in general levels. Especially since it also drains your weapon energy, but it is also pretty unpredictable. Oh, no, not doing that. This is an annoying part. Let's quickly and gently slide to the edge. Right, now we can go. Yeah, sorry, I need to concentrate for this. This is pretty hard, actually. Jump. Jump here, because in these little gaps the platform will sink. Didn't quite dare to do it, so I'll be going for another lap. Jump. Here we can go. Jump. 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 And we got it, yeah. Flying skulls. These are annoying. I really hate these guys. Never able to hit them. Go away. I know you want me dead, but I also want you dead, so... Wily, my friend, your robots are annoying. Oh, thank you for the heal. Oh, Hammer Bros make their way into this game now. Yeah, I'm comparing everything to Mario enemies now. The Bullet Bill rip-offs, the Goomba rip-offs, because that's what the Metals technically are. These are Hammer Bro rip-offs. Stop throwing your hammers at me. You're supposed to be mining robots, now you're killing me. Ow. Alright, let's just continue. Oh, this part. I'm not too sure where to drop, actually, in order to get some goodies. If you drop in this... Oh, never mind, I get kicked off, so there's no choosing. I'll give some energy, let's get that, because I'm not full anymore. That one I cannot reach. There's a way you can later, but I don't really have that right now. Thank you. Can't get the 1-up. Unfortunately, like I said, there's a couple of goodies you can get. And these guys I don't like. These guys take a ton of hits, and these guys also take a ton of health from you if they hit you. Be on the lookout for them. They are really annoying. Alright, let's enter the door. Enter the mine. More metals. Yeah, you can't hit their helmets, so wait for them to pop up and then you can... Alright, let's heal up my weapon energy. Because I'll be using it to kill the boss later on. So, oh, more. Big one even. Right. Yeah, like I said, I won't be using those kinds of weapons in the regular levels. It's only a waste of ammo. Yeah, you can call it ammo, your weapon energy. Alright, Gutsman. Now I'll be using my bombs. His deal is he stomps the ground, which will stun you for a moment. And then he'll throw rocks at you. Those are pretty easily dodged, I think. Doesn't always work, but normally if you jump, you might be able to get over them. Sometimes you won't. But I usually find out that he dies quicker than you do. Unless you're an idiot and start using the Buster Beam for him, then he becomes quite tricky. But I'm not an idiot, I won't do that. Alright, and with that we get the... What is it called? Officially the Power Arm, I believe? The Power Arm is actually a way to lift things. That's his weapon. Like he just used while throwing rocks at us. Alright, and with that... This is also a weapon, by the way, that's not really recommended to use in regular level. I'll show off what it means in a minute. But it is also not really a gun-like weapon. It's best explained when you see it. Anyway, his weak... the robot master that is weak to his power is... Gutman. He's a robot with a scissor on his head. I don't think I can say anything more about that. Alright, let's show off. I'll try to explain what it does, but as you can see here, I'm trying to fire it. You can't fire it like a regular beam. However, sometimes you can find these kind of obstacle-like things, like these brick blocks, and you can actually lift those with your power arm, the power grab. I still don't really know what it is called. Sorry. As you can see, you can actually grab these things and throw them around. It's pretty hard to do, actually. It is required in some cases, but if you're just going for kill a regular enemy in a regular stage like I'm playing right now, it is not really that handy to use. But it is where Cutman is weak to, so I'll be using it for that, most of all. But there's also another couple of instances where it's actually required in level, so... Ooh, let's heal up. My little demonstration cost me some energy. And yeah, as you can see in the pause screen, every single weapon you use actually has its own weapon energy. It's not like that every weapon energy uses the same amount of weapon energy. They all have their own amount. So it's not like that if you drain all of your power grab, that because of that you can no longer use any of the special weapons. No, they all have their own little bar. This stage I also consider not too hard. You do need to be careful for those wall enemies. I don't like you. Is there anything I like? When it comes to enemies? Yeah, enemies are supposed to be annoying, so... me not liking them, I think it's a pretty normal thing, actually. You are supposed to not like them, especially in these hard games. Let's just continue up. This Cutman stage, like I said, is not really that hard. It's mostly these kinds of rooms with the occasional wall turret and the occasional octo eye. I think these things are called octo eyes, or something that is similar to that. They're also pretty easy in their pattern, as you can see. They just shift from one place to the other. Sometimes left to right, sometimes right to left, sometimes up and down. Pretty easy to distinguish. You are quite annoying. You leave me a very small gap to go through, but it is enough. Here I go again with my... I have to kill everything on screen before I am satisfied. Nah, in this case I just want health, but they don't seem to drop that. The points I don't really care for, so... Usually you don't even get to keep your points, because I usually end up game overing once or twice, at least in this game, so... Whenever you do, you kinda run out of your points. Like any game over would, in any game, you know what always works, it resets your points. Ow. Go away. You are Nipper Plant rip-offs. You're also Mario enemy rip-offs. I know they're supposed to be scissors because of the Cutman thing, but still. They really represent the Nipper Plants. Or Muncher Plants. I believe both names are used at some point in the Mario games. Now you are pretty easy to avoid. Even though another one shows up, but still. More of this. Ow! You are harder to avoid, my man. Oh no. I'll try to kill you with my new power. Come on, grab the block. And he kills me. Go me, trying to be fancy. Why can't I remember what the thing is called? Power arm, power grab. I know I don't use it that much, and therefore I know what not to call it, but it's something like that. It's power something. Power grab, power arm. I will put on screen what it is actually called. Because it's always easier to do your research afterwards. I should do this beforehand, but I don't want to. I like it way more when I start doing my own thing. Ow. I usually end up coming up with some funny names. Not in this case, because I'm pretty sure what it is supposed to be called, but I don't quite remember the exact same thing. The exact thing, but I'm pretty sure one of the two is correct. Stupid flying skulls, I don't like you. You're not really birds in video games. Everybody who has been watching me knows how I think about birds in video games. The flying skulls are bird enough for me to hate them. Man, I've already done this part, but I was stupid to be trying to be fancy and I died. Oh, and the block is still gone, by the way. As you can see, it does not respawn. Right. This is a matter of principle. I still want to do what I was trying to do. He doesn't die in one hit. Okay, good to know. I thought he did. I'll do the rest with the regular buster. Haha, I gotcha. Who is the winner? Alright, let's just get back to serious mode and continue. We have a robot master to take care of. I don't like these sprinklers. The ones on the ceiling are a little more annoying because they're harder to hit. I do like to get rid of them. Yeah, sorry, I was checking my timer. I can still go. In worst case, I'll just cut out my failed attempt, me getting back to that robot that killed me. Alright. Mr. Boomerang Man here is going to show us his power before we get it. But he is weak against these rocks. So, 2 of these rocks and he is gone. Easy win. Alright, let's grab his power. This one I do know what it is called. It's the rolling cutter. Or, better yet, it is the rip-off from a Kirby cutter power-up. Man, Mega Man really exists out of all the rip-offs from other games, mostly Nintendo. This is a Kirby rip-off. Who cares? Anyway, with that, I think the first part has gone on long enough. So I'll be cutting it here. Next time we will continue with the remaining half of the Robot Masters and we will see what happens if we defeat them all. Thanks for watching, Treecks out.